Friday show of October. I am Cody. I will be your host for this evening. So I just have before I start, I have a few questions. Who in this room knows what improv is? Who's been to an improv show? Yeah! Ready? Clap your hands if you've been to an improv show once in your life. Okay. Who's been to a Seoul City improv show? I think my phone's doing stuff. So let me turn that off. Woo! Yeah! I did this is on purpose, right? This is on purpose. I'm doing an example of, what maybe you guys should do. If you want. Yeah, turn your phones off. It'd be great if you could do that, or just at least silence them during the performance. I think we would all appreciate that. So what is improv? Improv is non-scripted work, so we don't write this out beforehand. We practice the formats and the games, but we're making this stuff up on the spot as we play them. But this particular night, what we'll be doing tonight, this is the first Friday show. It's totally randomized by who's playing. Who's playing in which games? I don't know. Isn't that great? Crazy. Yeah. But before we begin, I do have to address one very important issue, and that is that we do have safety exits. There's one to your left, my right. Over here, if you can see this green man up here, that is an emergency exit. And the other exit is the same exit or entrance that you came in. So in case there is an emergency, note that that's where they are. That being said, something that I need from you guys before we begin this thing is a lot of energy. Positive, good, fun vibes. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to split the audience in two halves. The right side, or my right side, over here, and this left side. This right side is a big fan of this emergency exit. Big fan of this left emergency exit. Oh yeah! This emergency exit. Yeah! This emergency exit. No, this one. Show. It's non-scripted, and you know what? I'm just going to introduce our cast of players, and I will do them as numbered. Remember I mentioned before that this is totally randomized. How do we do it?
How do you do it?
Yeah. What we did is we went to the future. We got this highly experimental randomization machine. So and that's how we do it. So I will pull from these bags these little chips, and they will have the numbers. Now these numbers have been assigned to our players, and I'm going to call them out right now. We have our players. Number 1, Sharon! Number 2, Alex! Number 3, David! Number 0. I'm Cody. Feels good. I feel good. Okay, so the first game that we're going to play tonight is called Story, Story, Die, and this is for all of our players. Yes. The way this is played is we're going to construct a story. And I will be pointing to who's going to continue the story. Now, if one of our players feels like a little bit thrown off, or they stutter, or they can't complete their thoughts, then they die in the most elaborate way possible. Yeah?
Yeah!
But to begin this, like on all these things, we need suggestions. Suggestions from the audience, and this kind of helps us to create what we're going to create. So for this, I just need a suggestion for one, or just a word.
Weaver.
Weaver. Okay. So this is a story about Weaver, whatever that means.
It was a dog called Weaver that I had when I was 5 years old. He was the cutest, the sweetest, the most loving dog that you could imagine. But the thing about Weaver is that he had a little bit of an issue with his
parents. He really, really wanted to be a ballerina, but his dog parents wanted him to go to accounting school because nobody does numbers better than
dogs. Especially beagles, and Weaver was a beagle.
he was.
A really great thinker.
Because he had a really big brain, because he was the smartest dog in
the world. In fact,
He was so smart that he
used to go to the opera and
Tell them that they sing, I'll sing for
you, and he did.
So he sang and he sang.
opera, which was
Very, very stupid of him.
because people didn't know that what he was singing
about.
Because he was a dog.
So one day he was singing and
singing, and at the top of his highest
Note, he decided he was
going to do an
texture.
architecture was made using the accounting documents that he acquired.
in his spreadsheet.
So in the opera about
Dogs and spreadsheets,
he
was
sang and sang
the saying,
until he couldn't
remember what he was
document. That's the moment
that he realized
that he was never going
to
to.
be understood as a beagle. So what he really needed to do in this moment was
Learn how to speak, because all he could do was bark, which is really, really
problem. So then he went to Sicily and decided that
it wasn't possible
to learn Italian
without first understanding
how to believe in yourself.
the self that was
Inside you. So he fought
with himself
inside
over and over
again
until the very
moment that
he tried,
spaghetti,
and that's when he decided that he
must
was
go
going
to
Okay, so we're going into this next game. The next game we're going to be playing is a game called Last Letter C.
Yes.
So, in this game, this is for 2 players. And when they're playing this scene, the second player can only start their sentence with the last letter of the first player. So, for example, player 1 says, "Hey, Dave, I just ate a slice of pizza." Player 2, "All right, that's great. Let's go to school." Loser, "I don't want to go to school." Whatever it is, right? So for this, we're going to need 2, and so let's go to my futuristic randomizer. Number 4. Number 3. Get off the stage. scene is just a relationship, right?
Violinist tutor.
Okay, so violin teacher, violin students. Okay.
Nigel, I think you're ready for tomorrow's recital. You have to believe in yourself.
Father! Father, I'm not ready. I've only been practicing for a week. I can't do it. I know you said I need to throw me into the deep end, but this is ridiculous.
Son, Sean, I need you to understand something.
God, it's beautiful.
Leslie, your mother, God rest her soul, was a wonderful violinist and a terrible chef.
Father, don't talk about her like that. Her fish fingers were the best.
To the naked eye, maybe. But she wanted one thing and one thing only for you.
Oh? For me?
Everything in the world, as long as it includes playing violin.
No, that doesn't sound like Mother. She wanted more from me. It's you who pushed me to do the violin. You're tricking me.
Every time you raise your voice like that, I die a little bit inside. I have only so many more of those to go before you will be an orphan.
No. Why do you always threaten me with being an orphan? Ever since Mum left, you changed.
Dads change. That's what we do. We decide to be nice, we decide to be horrible. And today I'm being horrible.
Everyone says, Dad, you're mean. I try and defend you, but this is one step too far. Insulting Mum's fish fingers like that?
They were dry, they were tasteless, and they had a texture that reminded me of wax.
Xerxes by Xerxes. First, Mother's fish fingers were soft and succulent. Like everything she cooked for us. What is your problem with her food? With her? Sometimes I think you're glad she's dead.
Diabolical! You raised your voice for the last time to me. Now you are an orphan.
I love fish fingers. Yeah, good deal. So the next game we're going to play is called Pillars. And for this, we are going to need two excellent, brave audience members. Come on up here on stage. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to do much. You will just have to supply words. Yay! Come on up. Nice chair. What's your name? Megan! Can we have another great volunteer? Cricket. One more. Oh. Our future machine broke. Yeah, so how this game is played, and what's your name?
June.
June! Yay! So the way this game is played, we will have two players. They will come up here and they will just be having a scene, but sometimes in life we kind of forget our words. We don't know exactly what we're trying to say. Like the time when I went to Maryland and we went to that show with the the animals, they were dancing around in which case we'll have to rely on our pillars. They were dancing around in
Leopard print.
leopard print dresses. And the ponies were they're dancing around in leopard print dresses. So each player will have a pillar to choose from. They can choose either pillar. Okay, so your jobs as pillars, excellent pillars, is to apply these missing words for our players. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's see who's going to do it. This is for 2. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Number 8! Number 6!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what we need to inspire this scene is, we'll go with just a word, any word.
Banana hammock.
Banana hammock. Yeah, banana hammock. It's like a.
Now I know what it is.
All right, banana hammock.
Oh, Ken!
Please.
You look
Spry.
spry. Spry?
Spry.
That's a look. Yeah.
You know, I have been called Spry since
1979.
1979, a couple of years after I was born.
I love a spry toddler. I want to know what inspired this whole new
Fashion.
fashion.
Well, actually, I have a confession to make.
Go on.
All right, I was on the bus and I saw a
Fire.
and I thought, my life could end any time.
Yeah.
I need to suddenly be spry.
Right. You look spry. So, listen, we're about to go into the restaurant. I think this is okay. Let me just see if I can talk to the
Manager.
manager. Let me see if I can talk to the restaurant manager because
The restaurant
Manager?
manager?
yes, the restaurant
Manager.
manager.
Go and talk to the restaurant.
Manager.
Because I'm really excited. They have the finest squid. They have the finest squid here, but I think it's like black tie only. But you have the tie, and it's great.
Yeah.
But with the whole
Beer belly.
beer belly,
What are you trying to?
Imply.
well, just
What are you trying to? My beer belly. You say I'm spry. Suddenly I've got energy, and suddenly now there's a beer belly. What?
look. I don't want to sound like a Voldemort.
Well, you do sound like a.
Lawnmower.
Am I right? Listen, I'm just saying this is a nice place. This is a nice place. We've been going on a couple of dates now, and I thought you'd maybe, wear a pair of
Underwear.
More underwear than that.
You are not a fan of.
Panties.
I really love panties. I love panties so much that, well, I kind of wish that I was a pantyhose. And I'm not afraid to deny it anymore. And I want you to be my pantyhose. You get it?
I would love to be your pantyhose if such a pantyhose could exist. And if I could be fed first. Oh, you have to feed me, even though I have a big belly.
I know. Listen, aside from the squib, they also serve the most amazing fried octopus. Squid and octopus. It's a tentacly place. And
Is the restaurant
Outer seas.
Overseas?
That's what I'm worried about. Do you have your passport somewhere? I mean,
Yeah, I bring it with me everywhere I go.
Oh.
It's right in my back pocket.
that's good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, well, I guess there's no point in standing on the
Boat.
boat. There's no point in standing on the boat.
I'll call the restaurant.
Manager.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. So the next game we're going to play is for 4 players. This game is called Hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it takes place in a car. So I'm gonna build a car right here. You know what cars have? They have seats. Yes. Thank you.
All right.
This is more like a. Yeah. Need help. Okay, so the way this game is played, like I said, there would be 4 players. The first player that enters is the driver of the vehicle. This driver is going to a specific place, but along the way he picks up hitchhikers. 3 hitchhikers to be exact. 1, 2, 3. When he picks up those hitchhikers, these hitchhikers have some kind of attribute to them. This could be an emotion. This could be just some kind of. There could be an enthusiast for some kind of weird thing. I'm going to get all these suggestions, but the important thing is that when this new hitchhiker comes into the car, it absorbs everyone in the car, and they all become that thing. Yeah, and then the second one comes in, they all become that thing. Third hitchhiker comes in, everyone in the car becomes that thing. Right? And then the third hitchhiker leaves. Then everyone becomes what the second hitchhiker was. Second hitchhiker leaves. Everyone becomes what the first hitchhiker was. First hitchhiker leaves, and then it's just the original driver gets to his destination. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But this game is for 4 people, so let's see who it is. We already did 6, right? Yeah, okay, we'll just call this one, we'll call this one 9. No, we have 2 6s. Yeah, it's 9. Yeah, alright, so we're going to call this one, I'm just going to put that back. More about that later. Yeah. It's because you guys aren't beep booping enough. Damn it.
I should put the one you don't like.
You don't need that. All right, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 5. Number 4. So, the last thing I need from you will be think of these some kind of some attributes. First, we'll go with a feeling. You'll be the driver. Okay. All right. The driver here. How does he feel? How's his day going? Lustful.
Lustfully
Driver feels lustful. Hitchhiker number 1. Hitchhiker number 1 is an enthusiast for something ridiculous. The underside of cars.
Toenails.
She is an enthusiast for. Let's keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Lower back. Feet. Eyebrows.
Argentinian literature.
Ladies, one-hit wonders.
Vests. Chairs.
She's an enthusiast for chairs.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about chairs. Okay, hitchhiker number 1 is an enthusiast for chairs. Hitchhiker number 3. Hitchhiker number 3 thinks he is what animal?
Sea urchin.
Elephant.
Sea urchin. Whatever, however, a sea urchin. Sea urchin.
Sea urchin.
Yeah, you're a sea urchin, right? Hitchhiker number 3. Hitchhiker number 3 is a veteran from what war in the 1800s?
Boer War.
Okay, hitchhiker number 3 is a veteran from the War of 1812.
Okay, this is.
You know. War of 1812. The last thing I need to know where the driver is going.
Area 51.
Tallahassee.
The biggest Costco in Tallahassee, Florida. That's where you're going. You're really. Well, actually, let me review it again. Feeling. How are you feeling? Lustful. Good. And you're an enthusiast for?
Chair.
Okay. And you think you are? Sea urchin. And you're a veteran from?
1812.
Yeah.
The war.
War of 1812. Okay. Let's see how this pans out.
Yeah.
We're going to a Costco, in the biggest Costco in Tallahassee, Florida. This is an American.
Honey just moved here.
Friggin' Bentley.
Florida, the biggest Costco in Florida, my hunting ground. Oh, the hottest ladies, men, and everything in between. Just thinking about the Costco and the women and the men. Oh, I'm so excited. Didn't think it would start this early. Come on in.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hey.
Look, sir.
Hey.
Look. Look, is this leather?
Oh yeah. This leather, oh, it feels so good. And,
This is a Spanish cow, right?
how did you know? Oh, keep my eyes on the
I
ropes.
know.
I only meet someone who knows these things. Oh, eyes on the road. So often. I love chairs. I travel the world. In fact, I'm going to Costco right now to buy a chair.
Well, beside Costco, there's a forest, and I want to just sit in the forest and just be where it all starts. Foundation of just stability, chairs, lumbar support. Like, oh my God, just talking about it just. Maybe just address it or two. 95 degrees.
There's no chairs, and I know chairs. Oh, he looks like he needs a chair. We got Spanish leather chairs. Help yourself.
Hey!
Where you headed?
To the ocean! Ow! We're mating!
No, without me.
Eyes on the road.
Freeway!
Hey, why go to the ocean when? Oh no.
I want to see some anemones.
I love anemones too.
Ah.
I met the girls.
Yes!
The coral
squirrels are quite spicy, aren't they?
I'm good friends with the clownfish.
Oh no, I don't like George the clownfish.
His name is George.
You know George?
I know George.
You're such an arrogant bastard.
It's stuck on my brother Jim.
Let's stop. Yes, please, shoot my shell.
Sit down.
Get there.
Sit down, John. You look so mean.
The British are coming. Yeah, they're coming. As a citizen of this country, we have to protect this country. Where are you going? I was going to the Costco, but I... Oh, they got a lot of guns there. The British guns. Yes, let's go. Let's go.
I will play the war music.
Yes. And what are you going to do for this country?
I'll shoot them when I see the white of their eyes.
Freedom!
Are they still coming? Faster! Faster! Can they go so fast? Too slow! Stop it! I'll go first. Follow! Oh!
Choose your hero!
Oh God,
That
you
was
look
strange.
strange.
Shall we get back to what we were doing?
Oh yeah. Right, actually, let's just go to a pool. Much closer and intimate.
Some salt water? A fresh pool of salt water? Yes, I see one now!
Oh, what's up? Oh, join me.
Fucking Sammy.
Oh, those poor sheriffs. Oh, love you.
Do you know how much this is going to cost? I've already spent my paycheck on...
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's leather.
Yeah, but just put underneath the leather.
You really know your chest.
This is too much, you know. I'm just gonna walk to the forest. I can't be around like wet leather, you know. We are, but I like chairs and rings and trees. More you're just kind of creepy and so. Enjoy your busted chairs.
Gonna find me some stuff. Oh, there's the Costco.
You made it to Costco.
Yay!
Yay! Good job. The biggest Costco in Tallahassee, Florida. I think they're all Costco's are the same size. I'm no Costco aficionado. Guys, there's a fire. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so the next game we're going to play is called Foursquare. This is also for players. And the way this game works is there's going to be 4 little mini scenes going on. Each one of them is going to have their own inspiration, but it's going to be like kind of a grid that moves around. I think it's easier to explain when we have the people on the stage. So without further ado, let me go to my machine. Number 3! Number 6!
Oh, yeah!
The real number 6. Number 8!
Oh, yeah!
Number 7! So they will will arrange themselves in sort of a cubicle arrangement here. So as I move them around, they're each going to have their individual scenes. And I will be conducting it by doing things like this. Like if I say, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left. Okay, so we're going to have all these scenes. So what I need for this scene is an inspiration. We'll go with just a word again.
Grooming.
Grooming. Your inspiration is grooming. Switch left. Right, yeah. Relationship.
Hitler's German Shepherds.
Roommates in a college dorm room.
Fellow pirates.
Keep them coming.
Turtle and
Sherpas.
Johnson Knights. College dorm room.
Sherpas. Hello, Sherpas. Switch left.
Right.
Right, sorry. Okay, and for this, okay, we've had a relationship, we've had a one word.
Occupation.
We've done the Sherpas. It's kind of an occupation. No, let's do just like a non-geographical location. So what that can mean is just, yeah, nothing specific.
A bank.
Keep them coming.
Machine company.
Yeah, something like that, like a generalized thing.
Under a tree.
A lumber factory.
Keep them coming, keep them coming.
Laboratory.
A barber shop.
A barber shop.
Wrestlers.
To the right.
Barber shop.
Grooming and barbershop?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got one more. So we need. Okay, for this one, let's just go with. I don't know. An animal.
Hitler's German Shepherds.
Give it to me.
Sea urchin. Hitler's sea urchin.
Armadillo.
Only the hoof. An armadillo hoof. Okay. Armadillo hoof. Armadillo.
Right. Yeah.
Armadillo.
Yeah.
Okay. Switch right. What are we?
Grooming!
Grooming. Switch right.
Sherpas.
Sherpa.
Barbershop.
Barbershop. Switch right.
Armadillo.
Yeah. Switch right. Yes.
I'm just a little bit jealous of your air.
My what?
Your air.
My what?
Your air. H-A-R.
Oh, Jesus.
Phil, I'm not gonna make it, man.
Shut up, man.
Dude, I don't. It's way taller than I expected.
Okay, alright, you're carrying his thermos? I got
Oh,
a
shit.
frickin' futon.
I know, but it keeps you warm on the inside. It's important.
It's important.
Well, I mean, you got this much already.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, and yep, I'll get it from behind. You go ahead and.
More like Himalayan.
I want like something nice.
Oh, you know, the Moby is real popular these days. The Moby. Just take it all off the top. And you grow it out down here. It's real good for the sexual energy.
Okay, you sound like you know that one very well.
I do. I mean, personally, it's kind of a move that I mean, listen, Jimmy, I've been your barber for years, but if you can't trust me with your hair, what can you trust me with?
Well, Dean, you've been handling my hair for a very long time.
Say handsome.
I love what you've done with this burrow, which is where we armadillos live.
I thought, it's going to be good for our relationship.
Yeah, no, I do. I like it. It's just very you, though. It's not really us. It's more of a you space.
Well, it's technically my burrow.
I know. You invited me in.
Yeah, as a as a visitor for a short time.
I understood it to be a relationship of equals cohabitating in the borough. Did I miss something? Is it on me?
We'll see how that goes after a while.
Oh, now you play it. I'm kidding me.
You know, Vivian, you could have this too. Look, now don't move. Okay.
See?
See? Higher the hair, closer to God.
Hey, you know what? You're right. We did make it up here. It wasn't that bad. Thanks to you, Jesus. You know, Jimmy. Jimmy, I do.
No.
I do, Jimmy. I do.
No.
I do. I said yes. I will marry you. I've been handling your hair so long. I'm ready to handle your heart. Get up, Jimmy. Come on, man.
I just said, will you?
Oh.
I'm leaving. I've packed my bags.
Beautiful. Now, Vivian, you're gonna love this. It's called a French manicure.
Hey, we just call it a manicure.
What do you call French dressing?
That we call ranch.
Oh, okay. Now, what about French fries?
Switch left.
One down.
The door is technically a fake door.
Switch left.
So you remember that time when I thought you were proposing to me? Yeah.
Things that happen in a barber shop. So
I do. Oh shit. What is that?
you do?
I do.
Will you
Will I?
give me?
Switch left.
Okay, I am not gonna get this down all by myself. I'm gonna have to call. It's preserved. I guess. We'll just get him in a little more graceful. You know, with his ass out and everything. I guess. Well, I didn't. Phil, you're not asleep, are you? Nope. Definitely dead.
Switch left.
We just call it toast. How many more of these do you have to ask me?
So French bread.
It's just bread, what? And if you have bread, won't you explain to you any more about my culture?
What do you call Air France?
We don't fly it, it is worthless.
I'll give you the borough if you stay.
I brought you down to the floor so I could speak to you about the nature of our relationship. I think it's improved.
Switch left.
Maybe it was a good idea to let you give it a try. I just wanted to see what it was like to,
Yeah.
you know.
So I recommend like a thick head of hair.
Oh yeah. Okay, so how am I gonna go? Do you have any suggestions on how to make that happen? I'm dying to hear. Jimmy?
Let me look at the barber's book.
Okay.
Nah, I checked that one already for sure. I'll hire.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like I'm glad to have such insight into the world of armadillos. Okay. So I gotta reload the future machine. While we're doing that, we'll talk about our next game. So this next game is called Stunt Double. So I think we all know what a stunt double is. It's a big Hollywood actor doesn't want to do a stunt, and so they have stunt doubles: stunt man, stunt woman, stunt person. So this is a 4-player game, but 2 of the players are going to be the actor, and 2 of them are going to be a stunt double. Each player has their own stunt double. But so, for example, people might be playing in the scene and they decide they don't want to do something, in which they will call out, "Stunt double!" in which their doubles will come in and assume whatever action that is. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Because I just want you guys to watch it and enjoy it. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so for this we need 4 players.
I'm going to that.
Just wondering how long you guys can number 8! Number 7! Number 1! And number 3!
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Anyone have a preference?
Yes.
Yes. What is your preference?
Stunt double.
Okay, stunt double, stunt double. Okay. Cool. Okay. Those who speak it shall be rewarded. Okay, so for this, let's just get another non-geographical location. So just like a general.
Butcher shop.
Graveyard. Baptist College vacant lot.
A Beyond water cooler.
So
See you.
a temple. So like a convenience store.
A church.
Something like a.
Church convenience store.
All right, yeah, the church convenience store. Yeah, you know, the church convenience store. The holy water, rosaries,
Church
and stuff.
convenience.
Yeah, and your Red Bull. Okay, so it's about a scene about a church convenience store. You know what to do. Let's see this scene unfold.
Give me all the money in your till.
We don't keep money here. We only give away spiritual energy in exchange for our goods.
Spiritual exchange?
Spiritual exchange.
Give me the spiritual exchange.
Okay, I would love to, but it's in the safe. I'm gonna have to get it out of the safe. I know.
I've got to go to church.
I know. Yeah, we can. Well, I mean, I might need my stunt double.
Forgive me, attendant, for I have sinned.
I would give you the energy. You saw it. As soon as I opened it up, you could see the light.
It's so bright. I need some sunglasses. Can I just borrow the sunglasses from your store?
Yeah, those are.
I can't put them on.
These ones. Oh yeah. I mean, I could probably help you, but.
Stunt double!
Now you are ready for the light.
I feel like I'm saved already.
Yeah. You are sweating an awful lot, though.
It's been a difficult robbery. They're usually quicker than this. They're in and out. But,
That's how God works in mysterious ways,
I really feel closer to God.
Would you like to pray with me?
And be closer while I do.
Maybe an embraced hug. The confessional's actually over here. If you like, you can sit down there and wait. But
I need a seat. I feel like I've sinned again.
Yeah, it's perfect, right? Like rob from the convenience store, confess your sin. It's like a one-stop. One-stop steal shop. Cool. So this next game, is called Superheroes.
Yeah.
You all know what a superhero is, right?
Yeah.
Let's name one. Name a superhero.
Aquaman!
Superman, Aquaman.
Matt Razor Lad.
Sanders.
The question.
It says it.
Banana.
Movie.
Those
Dolly Parton.
So those are superheroes. But we're gonna be
My
dealing with.
father is a superhero.
We're gonna be dealing with
Archie Andrews.
Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, so those are superheroes, but there's also other kinds of superheroes, like pretty useless superheroes. That's the ones that we'll be dealing with today. But the nature of this scene and what we're going to be doing is there's going to be 4 players in this. One of the players is just a normal, everyday type of person, and they have a very serious problem. And this problem is a typical problem that you might have, and that's what we'll need a suggestion for. So as this typical person needs help with their problem, he or she will call the first superhero. This superhero will not be able to help with the problem. Superhero number 1 has to call superhero number 2. Superhero number 2 can't help with the problem. Superhero number 3 will help with the problem. And he or she will solve it. But let's kind of just see this scene unfold. But what I need from you is a typical mundane problem.
Excel.
I don't want to pierce their ears.
Try to learn how to use
That Wi-Fi connection.
You have to reply to all and send a really nasty message and use Microsoft Excel.
I can't time it.
Keep going.
There's some shit stuck in
Windows
your
95.
It was the first chef. Picture to his boss. It was German chef.
My nose drops from under sweatpants won't work anymore.
Fax machine broke down.
That's not funny.
My booty doesn't look that great anymore.
It was German chef.
Stress makes them look
Flat out
okay, you know what? I just wanted to hear them all. I like simplicity, really, so I'm going to go with just ran out of toilet paper. I heard that in the beginning, and I just really liked it. Yeah, so the problem is ran out of toilet paper, but let's see who's going to be in this game. Woo! It's pretty clear, I've got 8 players. 4 just okay, number 6.
Yes.
5. 4. And number 2. All right.
Oh yeah.
Anyone want to be the regular dude, regular guy? guy reference? Yeah, okay. All right, so Brad will be playing the regular guy. And again, what is your problem? What is your issue?
I've run out of toilet paper. Oh no. I need to remove this makeup. And we're out of toilet paper. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do? I can't remove my makeup. I need to call. Wow, what's this in my purse, girl? Wow! 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 Oh, it's you!
Is it occupied?
Come on in.
Hi.
Wow, let's look what I have in my purse, girl. Wow!
Oh, yes, let's look what you have in your purse, girl. What? No, what's wrong?
The makeup on my face.
It looks horrible.
No.
Yeah.
I don't have any toilet paper.
Well, I think I can help you. Let's see.
Let's look in your purse.
Matte spray paint. Let me try this.
Ah! Oh! Is it working?
Well, it's covered the makeup, but now you're a rust green, which is nice. Hold on, I can probably fix this. Let me see.
I look like Aquaman.
Oh, I have a straight razor.
Straight razor.
Yeah.
Let's just try. Ow! Ow! Oh!
Now you're bleeding.
Oh.
I know I have something.
I look like Tammy Harding.
It's my iPhone 11. Let me just see if I can call.
Wow.
Hello, Pig Latin man? Yes, put always cold on the phone. Hi, always cold. Can you send made out of sandpaper over? Thank you so much. Just a minute, made out of sandpaper is gonna come over. Hi, Sandy.
Quite the party in here. What's the problem?
Oh, Sandy, so I actually just came by this bathroom, as I do, and it appears that this woman cannot get her makeup off her face and she's run out of toilet paper.
There's green matte paste.
Well,
green matte
could you
paste.
pick me up?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll take a look.
Oh, you are rough.
There's green matte paint on my face too.
Well, you've come to the right superhero.
Oh, that's fine. What do you think?
Well, wow, let's.
Red suits you better than green.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. I do feel a little better, but wow, look what I have in my purse, girl. I think that there's still all this problem here. There's paint and there's makeup. Sandy, can you suggest anything?
Wait, let me just do my little dance. And I will call my trusty friend. Left ankle hurts quite a lot of the time, man.
Can we help call left ankle?
Oh, I'm calling him. It's the secret. I'm shaking the ground. He'll hear the sound waves.
The sand vibration.
Yes.
Oh! Somebody call me!
Yeah, me. I did. Just in time.
Yes.
Can you see? Look at his face.
Oh no, what happened to your face?
Well, I got sandpapered and I got green matte sprayed and I couldn't remove the makeup.
Oh my
It
God.
was worse before I got here.
You're looking quite sprightly for someone whose left ankle hurts.
Oh, that's what it was, huh?
I shouldn't have said anything. It looks like it hurts more now.
Whose problem? Good. That's problem. Everything goes
Heal again.
Okay, well, you have a problem because you got too much stuff in your purse.
Well, that is true. I do have a lot in my purse. I'm just bringing it to help him.
And you have a problem because
Yes.
you got
It's Sandy Sandpaper Man.
Yeah. But if we work together, I think we have a solution.
All right.
Yeah. The solution is you go into his purse.
Oh, that's
Let's put this in.
Sandpaper in the purse. Let's fold them up first. Get better that way.
And grind it.
Careful. Look out for my mitts. There we go.
This is a special medicine to cure my
Left ankle.
exactly.
That was your knee.
Lord Jesus, it's a miracle.
That's it. You need more. Oh, Candace.
Sarah!
Watch your iPhone. Watch your iPhone.
The iPhone, the whiteness in the color. That's it. Oh, see? It worked.
Look at that.
I feel so white. The makeup's removed.
He is so white.
You're white. Nancy.
It's like a concoction of iPhone and sandpaper and whatever's in there. It works. Okay, so the next one, we're going to play a game called Split Screen. Split screen. Screen that's split. Okay, so the stage here is going to be split right down the middle. Right there. So the way this works is if a person walks this way, bump, 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 suddenly he's on the other side of the stage.
What?
Imagine this world if it's a very tiny earth. You live on a tiny earth and you walk around, not a flat earth, like a circle.
I'm out.
So the character will walk all the way around. But this is for 4 players, but these 4 players will be playing 2 characters total. Right, so as one player walks this way, the other player from the other side will assume that character and enter through that scene. I think it'll make sense when you see it. Yeah. So for this we need 4 people. Number 8. Number 1. Number 7. Number 5. For this, let's just do a. Where are they? What is
Kennel.
Kennel. Okay. Kennel. Yeah, you're in a kennel. Yeah. So. All right.
I am Ken.
Right.
I am Sharon.
He is I.
We are.
Except their characters, not. All right, so we'll start it on this side, and then. So yeah, let's see this scene about being in a kennel.
Gerald,
I know.
I love the puppies.
I know.
Yeah.
You don't think it's too much responsibility?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. They only grow to like small bear size.
Yeah, well, that's the concern that I'm having, sweetheart. So how about this? Why don't you know, they do have kittens as well, and those are a little more manageable. Have you seen them?
Yeah, we can have kittens too.
Okay, you know what? Why don't you go get one of the kittens, and we'll see how they play with the puppies.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna go get one of the
All
kittens.
right. Make sure it's a cute one.
Okay. I'm
okay.
so excited. I'm so excited. Oh.
What do you got over there, Cheryl?
I've got a blue kitten.
A blue what?
A blue kitten.
Okay.
Have a look at the blue kitten.
Yeah. Wow. That's real blue. Okay.
Let me show you. I've got a white one here.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Oh well, I got the puppy at the same time too. Okay. They're fine now. You know, I could use a hand over here though, with all the cat and the dog.
Oh, let me come and help you.
Yeah. So what do you think?
I think they look wonderful together.
Really?
Yeah. But hold on, maybe not. Maybe the puppy should go with the kittens. I'm just gonna put it over here.
Oh! Wow! I don't think that's a good idea.
And the kitten too!
Oh my God! What are you doing?
Cheryl!
Yes. They should go all over here.
Well, I guess now that you just broke a cage, we just might as well just use them all and just test old cats out. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Come on, everybody.
Come on,
everybody. All the people.
come on.
Let's go! Let's go! I don't know. They're not gonna like this. I don't think
They're doing fine.
Wow, oh gosh, I don't know. You hear that though? Oh, it's not purring.
Oh, the big one's coming.
Oh, buddy. I saw a gun over there. Hold on.
Get the gun.
Sharon, you gotta come. The gun has a password. I really need your help. Sharon, come here.
I'll get the other gun.
Now, what was your birthday again?
My birthday? Let me go back and check. I wrote it down.
Oh, well, it's okay. One of the guns was undone, so I just brought it with me.
But I gotta find my birthday. It's on one of the collars of the blue spotted kitten. What is it?
Well,
They're moving around. Shoot him! Shoot him! Yes, shoot him! That's the wrong one. Shoot him! All right, I'll do it.
oh, I can't see this.
Cheryl. This was just a test. This was just a reality experiment because I really wanted to see what you would do if we did have a cat.
Yeah, all right. Want everyone to know, no animals were filmed or were harmed in the film. Okay, moving on to the game. So check this out.
Words.
Check this out. For this game, we will need one audience volunteer just to come on up here and tell us an interesting story. Or it doesn't have to be that interesting. Just tell me a story from your life. Come out here. Something cool, something interesting. Anyone.
One person.
Yeah.
Okay, come on up here.
Yeah.
What's your name, miss?
My name is Katie.
Okay, Katie. Okay, you can sit if you want. Katie, tell me something interesting. Tell me.
Cody,
Not yet.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Right. The way. Thank you, voice of God. So the way this game is played is going to be a story that's told and retold and retold and retold. But will be one person from our troupe will hear the story with human words, as it's coming from Katie's mouth. And that player will tell that story to the next player using what we like to call gibberish and action. So a made-up language, something like that, right? So they're going to convey this story to the second player. And then the third player will come out and that player will convey that using human words. And then the fourth player will come out and convey that using gibberish. And we'll just see. And then anyways, the fourth player I think will say the story in human words. Is what Okay. So let's see who's going to be. Number 3! Oh! Number 2! Number 6! Alright, so I'm going to need 3 of you, or 3 of you, to go outside. Who wants to stay and hear the story?
I want to stay.
Okay. So everyone else, you'll go to the... All right. So, how about, Brian, you just just interview Katie. Ask her about a story.
Thank you for joining us, Katie. I would love to hear about the very last. Oh. Should I go? No. I want to hear about the.
I mean, I did have a story in mind when I came up.
Just listen. Just tell us the story. Yeah, tell us the story.
Yeah, no. Tell us your amazing story.
It's actually kind of a crappy story, but it's the worst date I've ever been on story.
Yeah!
So this doesn't count.
It might.
Sorry.
At the end of this. Okay, so worst date I've ever been on was a couple weeks after I had been broken up with. And so I was kind of just like, all right, you know what, girl, you gotta get out there. You gotta get back on that wagon or horse or whatever you call that. So I opened Tinder and I was, swiping, and this guy came up and we started talking, and it was a Friday night. So he's like, hey, let's get a drink in Itaewon. So I was like, okay, I can, meet you in an hour or whatever. Met him outside the subway station, expecting that he was going to bring me somewhere to get a drink. And instead of bringing me to what you would expect, like a bar or a restaurant, he brings me to the local GS 25. We go in, and I'm just like, okay, doesn't even offer to buy the 4 for $10 beers. No. I purchased my own beer. And we stood outside this GS 25 that had no seating and drank our beers while we talked. And I'm freaking out at this point, like, I need to get out of this. And he says, oh, my friend is coming. And so his friend then joins us on this lovely date, making it more awkward. And to get out of the situation, I was like, hey, I had texted my friend. I was like, hey, my friend wants to meet me at this bar. Why don't you guys come along? And so we go to this bar, meet my friend, and then my friend's like, oh, I'm not feeling well. And I'm like, I think I need to take her home. And thus ended the worst date of my life.
Wow. Yeah! You get it!
Great.
Yay!
Woo! Okay, so check this out. Come on, man. And that's how it happened.
Okay, so check this out. I was really, really sad. I think I'd just broken up with someone I'd been seeing. So I thought, what's a good way to cheer myself up? So I got on Tinder and I was scrolling through and I saw this really guy. So I got on my moped and I started driving. Now, I don't give a fuck about the law, so I was using it. I checked it out. Finally, I got a response. So while driving, of course, I got on the phone and then I was like, "Hey, you seem hot. Want to meet?" And he said yes. So I did. So I drove in to the restaurant and I said, "Hey, I'm an alcoholic." He said, "Me too. Shall we just fuck this date? Go to the GS and get some beer?" I used my dream goal. So we sneaked off to the GS25. I mean, we got some beers. We got, now it's 4 for 10,000. Big deal. And then he said, "Oh, can you get mine?" I said, "Oh, fine." So I bought his beers. And then while we're in the middle of talking, he called up his friend and said, "Oh, hey man, what are you up to? What are you up to?" And I was like, "I'm just with this 6 out of 10. Take it or leave it. Yeah, I'm free to hang out. Just we're at the GS. Come by." And then so I finished paying up for my 8 beers, and then my friend came along. And there was a really pretty girl who was with the friend, who she had like quite a sway. And then we stepped outside, and it was raining. And then so I thought, "Oh fuck this," and I went home. And that's what happened.
check this out. My marriage ended, yeah? And at first I was like, oh no, my marriage is over. I'm a 43-year-old man and I've got nothing. Nothing, so I went on Tinder. And I'm like, yeah, no, yes. Harley Davidson, I'll just go to Harley Davidson. I don't need a woman. Awesome. So I'm riding my Harley, just 43 and single, and Tinder every so often, back on the Harley. Harley, then after the Tinder action. Oh shit, it's my day with the kids. So I get off the and I realised, okay, I left them at school for like 3 hours. That's fine. I'm like, hey kids, how are you? Yeah, you were late! They're all like, oh. And I'm like, alright, beer? And they're like, where are we living? And I'm like, cool, have one, two. And they're all like, alright, let's just bring the dad. I don't care, Dad's a cool dad now. But that's right, Dad's a cool dad. We're all just drinking, and I'm like, how old are you? And I'm sorry, I got that wrong. They're like, Dad, do you even know how old we are? And I'd had a few beers already. I'm like, I don't know, like 40, 10? It's like 40, 10. 40, 10, am I right? 40, 10. Take us back to Mum. So we get back on the Harley, those 4 of us. We're going over to their Mum's house. And we get over to their mother's house, my ex-wife's, and I open up the door and she's like, oh, I'm sleeping with the neighbor. I'm like, I know you're sleeping with the neighbor, you were sleeping with the neighbor for 15 years, that's why the marriage ended. I know, but now it's like out in the open and that's great. That's how my life fell apart.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly.
You got it, yeah?
Katie's a 10.
Okay, well, you know what? We are gonna do a game for everyone. Now, this game is called Last Action Line, and this is for all of our players. Yay!
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is called Last Action Line, right? We've all seen these these action hero movies. They've all got these kind of cliched, cool one-liner things. I'll be back, whatever, things like that. So these guys are all some kind of action hero, okay? And they're going to come up and they're going to say some kind of action line as they kill someone with an item. What I'll need from you guys is 3 common household items that wouldn't normally be a murder weapon.
Salt shaker.
Okay, pine salt's good. What else? Keep them coming.
Salt shaker.
Salt shaker.
A vacuum cleaner.
Gas killer.
Pencil. A sponge. Swiffer.
Ant trap.
The plastic wrap on my mother's couch.
Pine salt.
Pine salt?
Pine salt.
Pine salt is a cleaning product that smells like a pine tree.
Pine scented cleaning.
It's for wood floors.
A Swiffer. Swiffer.
It's like a
Duster. Duster.
disposable one.
It swips.
Cool.
Yeah. Swiffer and a salt shaker.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay, so those are your 3 items. Again, what are they?
Pine salt. Swiffer. Salt shaker.
Salt shaker. Okay. Whenever you feel inspired.
Prepare to get assaulted.
I said I'd make this swift and quick. I lied.
You got a hot date tonight? Use pine salt. You have been flawed.
Your Swiffer is broken, and so is your neck.
I hope you find solace in your pine.
where this is going. You're not gonna need to swiff it up.
Your death will be a complete mystery like Pine Sol and Swiffer is to our Australian cast.
Are you pining for Seoul? You will never see there again.
I guess it's not your season.
Pine, Seoul, I killed you in 2 languages.
Here is some salt for your wound.
And no one will find the evidence.
Okay, 3 more.
Ziploc bag.
Ziploc bag.
Velcro.
Sofa.
Plunger.
Q-tip.
Ziploc bag, Velcro, and
Nose tweezers.
plungers.
Yeah.
Ziploc bag, plunger, and
Velcro.
Velcro, yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
That's what you get for being flesh.
I hope you're ready to plunge for your death.
Pluck you.
Hold still. Now I'll put you in the freezer.
That is what I call taking the plunge.
Now you will be fresh for 20 days.
I don't even want to get dirty by beating you up.
I have to get rid of this shit.
I got the rats! From the Ziploc bag.
Okay. At this point, we're coming towards the end of our show. That's okay. We're gonna do one last kind of fun thing called freeze. Lewis says it's very simple. We're gonna start with just 2 players, and can I get it? 2 audience members to come up and pose each one of our players. So first of all, let's have 2 people. 2 people come up from the line. 2. 1, 2. All right. Okay. Who would like to pose Alex? By pose, I mean you can put him anywhere you want.
You have consent?
Yeah.
I'll pose Alex.
All right. Raj will pose Alex. Okay. Who would like to pose Dave? Come on up.
Dave.
They want to ban. Get out there, Jeffy.
Starting position.
Just do it. No, I don't want to push you over.
Good. Okay, so this game is played. Now that you're in that position, I'm going to take a long time to explain. Good fight. So the way this is played, the scene will begin, and at any point, one of the players in the back can yell, "Freeze!" They stop and tap somebody out, and they take that same position that they are in and begin a new scene. Also, I would like to mention, if there's anyone in the audience who feels inclined to come up here and freeze someone and have fun with us, please do it. I'd like to welcome you to do that. If you're so brave and want to, yeah. It's cool. It's so fun. It's so fun. That being said, let's just start the scene.
That's right, I, Cinderella, did not forget my shoes tonight.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
That's right, I don't need a princess, I'm 2019 Cinderella. I don't need a prince.
Oh, look at this here. I can wear those shoes and I can wear the
Freeze. And as your king, I have many, many requests I want you to help me with. For example,
What could that be?
I need help with my vocabulary.
Eagle, what are you waiting for? Turn on the portal. Our time has come.
Yes,
Our
sir.
time. Here. Well,
Can I press this button, sir?
no, it's a switch. It's a big old one. Way up at the top. Yeah.
Freeze! Hi, if you could just help me. It's stuck.
Oh,
I was
gosh,
trying to. I don't know how we're gonna get this. This is. Oh dear. Ready? I'm gonna push. You're in.
Put the ring on my finger.
Look, I don't have enough money to help you.
No.
Now I feel really bad. Oh, jeez.
Nobody has any money.
Here, have my lighter. Have a piece of paper.
And a piece of paper, let me just burn
Praise.
it.
Oh, Father Donaldson, would you help me get out of the bind?
Yes, I can help you get to the bind, but it's a pretty hard bind.
It's a literal bind.
Us seahorses have been around for thousands of years.
You are the craziest seahorse I've ever seen.
Oh, you haven't met my
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm syphilis.
Now, when you're dealing with the pygmy elephant, the thing is not to touch the trunk.
Why would I want to touch his trunk?
Well, you might want to feed it a peanut to make friends with it. Feed it a peanut.
You just told me not to touch
Praise. Isn't that right? The safe investment suck puppet. Never invest in Bitcoin.
You regret investing in the Bitcoin!
Let's get this lap dance started and a one.
Police!
I didn't do it. It was that. I mean,
Step, please! Step.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now listen, son, I didn't want to have to pull my gun on you, but I was...
Come on, Mama.
All right, okay, I'm sorry, son. Come here, give me a hug.
Carol, it's not a nude beach.
Michael, aren't you gonna just let me live my life?
This is the children's beach.
I can do what I want.
It's a mermaid.
And just breathe in. And
I can hold on that long.
chakra.
No.
You have to
Freeze.
Double freeze.
This is what we call the two-person crucifix.
You hammered both of these wrists together.
That's right.
That is really novel. That is really novel.
Shall we strap ourselves in?
I think so. Ready? I mean, we'll just and the double air.
All right, you
got a
strap me,
hammer?
I strap you.
All right, I'm gonna nail you in.
Like all good things, some things, must come to an end. But thank you.
Aww.
Thank you everyone so much for coming out. You've been a wonderful audience. A couple of things. We do have another show coming up next Saturday. Come here for that. It's at 8 o'clock. Same place. What else we have? If you enjoyed what you saw up here and would like to do it, you can. We have open practices on Wednesday from 8 to 10 and Saturdays from 6 to 9.
Ah.
Yeah!
Sunday.
Sunday. Like us on Instagram and Facebook.
MySpace.
Smash that like button.
MySpace, or just follow us. Follow us on Facebook.
AOL.
Or just follow us home. Follow us home, lurking in shadows. Whatever. Thanks for coming out!